So here's why I think AI is not going to replace film. I'm on LinkedIn a lot, and I'm on obviously Instagram a lot, and there's a lot of Google VO videos that, you know, they're definitely improving, and a lot of them look real. But one of the reasons I don't think AI is going to replace film is because it's still super lifeless to me in the eyes. It doesn't show emotion. Doesn't feel like real emotion still. It doesn't feel like it's close to that either. Because emotion, especially good acting and iconic performances, it's so subtle and it's so micro that I think AI has a hard time with that subtlety. The second thing that I think AI can't do is you can't recreate all the accidents or happy accidents that happen on set or with creating a project. Even just from the script gets better through collaboration, notes, insight, that type of thing from different people. And then it keeps getting adjusted. And then the shoot itself is, again, other things happen. Something in the scene might be improv, all of a sudden that's great, like it changes the film. Or you might have a scene that wasn't even meant to be exactly like that, but it ends up being the most iconic scene in the film. Like, think of Children of Men. There's that one scene where explosions are going on, Clive Owen is kind of ducking and moving, and all of a sudden blood splatters onto the camera. And the story is that the director at the time yelled cut because blood had splattered on the camera and it wasn't supposed to happen, and no one heard him, so the whole scene continued, and that ended up being the take that they put in the film, and I think is the most iconic shot in the film. So I think things like that AI won't be able to replicate because they're like accidents, you know. And they turn into something that you didn't even think of. And I think that's what art is. You don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily turn into what you originally thought it was going to be. And then lastly, and I think really important, is that AI doesn't know when to stop. I think art is not just about knowing what to make and creating and all that. It's also knowing when is it right, when is it like perfect, when do we stop, you know, like when do you not add another scene, when do you take out another scene. And I think AI, and I've noticed that using ChatGPT, it just keeps iterating, and it's very easy to keep iterating and thinking that you're making it better, but you might have already passed what made it great and what would have made it great. And I think you need humans to know when to stop with filmmaking. So I don't think it'll do that.